What's up? It's Chris from StonefoxMedia, and I hope everyone's having a blessed day. Now, I am going to give you guys some news that may cause you to freak out, but don't freak out. In fact, you might want to freak out just a little bit. I'm going to give you guys a minute to absorb this. It looks like Nintendo is actually winning the console war. They are winning right now. I don't understand why, but they are winning. I know. Before you freak out, let me give you guys a little bit more information. Well, all we have right now is a little bit of raw numbers from, say, Japan. Well, we all know Japan basically hates Microsoft. They just hate them to death. But they are kicking butt right now because the Nintendo Switch and Mario Kart 8 continue to dominate Japanese sales charts, and another great week for Nintendo. So if you look at their overall numbers in the last couple of months, it is basically coming out to be around 280,000 units sold in Japan just last week. That also is attributed to them selling tons of Breath of the Wild games, and they actually sold more Breath of the Wilds for Zelda than they have Nintendo Switches. I don't even know how that's possible, but yes, it is possible. I guess people are waiting for the console and they're just buying the game in advance. I know. But yes, this is where it gets a little bit more interesting because Nintendo Switch sales nearly double after Mario Kart 8 Deluxe release. So yes, they already were outselling the other consoles, but now they're outselling them by like combined and multiplied. It is that tragic right now. Here are the total sales right now as of this week. Nintendo Switch, 74,217. PlayStation 4, 19,565. And way down there, slightly below the Wii U, you have the Xbox One S. Below the Wii U, and I know you think these numbers suck. These numbers are bad. I mean, Microsoft can't do much worse than that. They're actually doing better than they were doing last week because last week, they only sold 68 Xboxes. 68. How do you even sell 68 when you're a multi-billion-dollar company? 68 is like, I could do that in the back of a car at a Walmart. How can you? 68? 68. Yes. Well, last week's Nintendo Switch's numbers were 48,694, and PlayStation 4 was 15,222. Okay. I don't fully understand how Nintendo, of all people, are kicking Sony and Microsoft's butt right now. They are straight up kicking it. It has been kicked. It has been officially kicked. Now, could it be because you can barely get a Nintendo Switch? Maybe that's part of it. That's like Nintendo's little thing. We just don't have any consoles. We just made these brand new consoles, but we didn't make enough of them. So scramble to try and get one. They've been doing this since the Wii. When it originally came out, you could not get one. People paying $100,000 for a Wii. Oh yeah, it's true. And they continue doing it, and somehow it's working again. It didn't work with the Wii U, but it's working again. I don't understand. They're winning. Nintendo, and I'm not hating on them. I'm just so shocked to see them winning so well right now with this console. I know I have it. I have one. But I don't see it being some groundbreaking console where it just beats everything under the Tuscan sun. I don't see that. Nintendo Switch has, what, like 2 games, Zelda and Mario Kart 8. And those are the only 2 games they needed to sell this console. 2! I don't understand that. And if their projections of being around, what, 14 million consoles by the end of the year, somewhere around 14 million, where they up their estimates for what they expect to sell. If this is any indication of how many consoles they can sell, Sony and Microsoft might need to keep their eye on them. No, seriously, they might need to keep their eye on them. This could be a problem. If you get beat by Nintendo Switch, I can't even right now. Now, moving on from that news, this is actually related to the God of War release that was supposed to be coming out. It does look like it might be coming in September of this year. Now, granted, this God of War, I don't like saying it. Lowercase G God of War. I'm sorry. No, in fact, I'm not sorry. It just bothers me. It just bothers me. I'll tell you guys about that in a minute. But yeah, it looks like this game could release in September of this year. Now, this is just a rumor at this point. This actually comes from a Portuguese retailer, Gaming Replay. They basically posted this up there saying that it's going to come out on September 14th this year. Now this does not seem accurate because I don't believe this game is done. If it is done, then that whole Nintendo problem won't really exist anymore because people are highly hyped about this game. That would actually be a crazy curveball. I don't see it happening. I see this being a mistake. These retailers keep messing up stuff like the people who infamously put Nintendo Switch on Xbox. Remember that? Talked about that a couple of days ago. Yeah. So right now, this is just a rumor at this point, but keep your eyes peeled for E3. They already started sending out press invites and all this other crazy stuff. So I will be watching to see if this game is in fact coming out because a lot of people are very hyped for lowercase G God of War. And I know you're asking why you're saying lowercase G God of War because he's not God of War. I know whenever I say God, I can't associate it with him. I'm sorry. I personally think that Jesus should get his own game. And I know it probably doesn't sound very hype to people, but if people knew about all the cool stuff like God does, you would be like, he should get his own game. He does like lightning bolts and fireballs and hailstones. You wouldn't even know. Like one of the stories, like, you know what I'm saying, you got one of the judges, he just stabbed the dude in the stomach and the sword went all the way through to his stomach where he couldn't get the sword out. It just went all the way in there. Stuff like that should be great in a game. Just saying, you should get a game. You should get a game. Well, that's all news I got for you guys right now. Like, subscribe, follow me on Twitch, Twitter, and Facebook. So you know as soon as my news becomes available. Thank you guys for watching. God bless, and I'll holla at y'all later.